Hey guys, so we are back and we are gonna go ahead and take off to Dad's safe and open that now that we've cleared that mission out of the way. And then after that, I think we will head out to Aloysius Dawson. If I'm even saying that right, I'm probably not. I thought about going down the stairs. And then, in that brief moment that I decided not to, I decided to angle it, and I did not angle it in time. But I already had my forward momentum. Oops. Oops. Loading. Loading. One hit, that's all it took. No, I'm not swinging the bat. I'm trying to pick up the stuff. Cooperate. Cooperate with me, please. Okay. And I don't have that many people sick, so I will focus on that.
Better go. This one's mine!
Good. Nice. Okay, so normally there's... Okay, cool.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Christ! He's dead! Remember your vote! Crush die, Valley!
There we go. Part of me was half expecting to see a vampire appear. Like a icon. I'm gonna go this way. I can't remember if there's... Where are the people that are sick? Okay, so over in the docks, Seymour. So I'm in that area, actually. So I'll treat him, even though I'm not his biggest fan. Other than that, I will have to wait till the West End. But she should be there now. Excuse me. I deeply apologize for that. I have some tickles in my throat. Sometimes, like, my airways feel like they're closing up, and it's just kind of that feeling of needing to use my inhaler, or like...
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
After I use my inhaler, I feel so much better, but
do you
it
require
depends.
medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again.
I don't have asthma, I have like asthmatic tendencies. Meaning that sometimes my airways can close up, but it's not like something that happens all the time. It's just something that kind of...
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's
sporadic. I've
purpose
never
to heal.
officially been
And is
diagnosed,
it your
but
purpose as well, Mr. Reed?
there is family
I would say
history
it's a
of
convenient way for gaining people's
asthma.
trust.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Whether it's below me or above me. What? What? Oh, duh. Well, that makes sense. I was like, why am I not walking straight across? Well, because I'm in the wrong one.
alive! Look lively! Watch out! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Come on, anything I can pick up? Well, at least one thing. Alright, here we go. It's crazy to think that Dad's safe is in here, right? Okay, got the watch. Okay, I'm gonna leave here because all I need to focus on now is getting up to the west end. I need to heal Louise with her headache, and then I definitely need to go ahead and okay, so that's the only one. Cool. Everything else is done. Okay, so I just need to head towards the Y. Why? Because we should. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna go back across the bridge because it makes the most quick sense. And then I'll cut across the docks. I think that's going to be my best bet. Here we go. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, son. Well, I shouldn't say the gingerbread man because I'm not a gingerbread man, I'm a vampire. I can shadow walk, shadow run. And now at this point, Thriller started playing in my head, guys. I told you, I'm an odd duck. I definitely quack differently than everybody else.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
There we go. Have that. Now that one didn't drop anything, but that's okay. Alright, so gotta go heal Louisa and go see Mr. Dawson. So much easier than going to Pembroke and cutting across, huh? Yep. Ooh, something's back here that I didn't get before. Well, maybe I did. I don't know. Sometimes it replenishes. Not a lot of the times, though. Okay. Here we go. We're closer and closer. Okay.
Rats. Tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
Okay. Let's find out.
I need to find information about Aloysius Dawson. What can you tell me about him?
Don't trust him. He's looking for the same thing I was. Rats? No, not rats. Something else. I don't remember.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
I was hoping I would have uncovered something right there. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and continue to uncover more things about him because I think that's going to help me.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
Oh, goodness.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. Kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Why did your father feel guilty? He seemed so eager to welcome you back, as though he'd done something wrong.
Last time we saw each other, we had a terrible argument. I left the house and ended up in a pub. That's where the vampire met me. Dead drunk.
I see.
We argued a lot, me and Dad. But he always came home. I'm sure that's why he went to find me. He knew something bad had happened.
Your father never gave up on you. In the end, he risked everything to save the daughter he loved.
Yeah, that was my dad. Tough bastard, just like me. Even if I'd broken his leg, he would have gone looking for me.
What do you mean?
That last argument we had, it was more of a fight, actually. He slapped me and I kicked him hard in the balls.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What? Well, I really can't answer that. Well, since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reed. I was just asking.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Never heard of him.
Really? He's very well known in London, throughout the country even.
He a big shot or something? Never interested in politics myself. All words and no action.
Do you need my medical attention, miss?
I don't need your help
hiccups.
specifically. I can assure you there are many competent doctors around.
I have no doubt about it, but I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then. But please leave me alone for now.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale, and be careful. Until we meet again.
Nobody takes him seriously.
Women's...
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
What do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Okay, very strongly.
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Okay, let's go speak to this guy and ask him about Aloysius.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
He used to be a big spender. One day, he sent 3 houseboys to buy all the beluga in my shop. For his brother's birthday, if I remember correctly.
I see. Anything else? Less gastronomic, perhaps?
I really can't say. The man is filthy rich. But you know that, of course.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself. Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Well, I've discovered he's quite versed in occult knowledge. So I wrote him a letter asking him to finance my research about vampires. He never responded.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Is there anything to connect me to the...
Good evening, Mr. Kimura.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson, by any chance?
Well, I've never met the man personally, but I invested money in some of his companies when I came to London. A brilliant businessman.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Is there anything to connect me to this city anymore?
She should know the who's a who's.
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in. You're always welcome here. But at this hour of night? What do you need from me, Jonathan?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I never met the man. I know Clarence tried to contact him recently, but I don't know why.
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped. It just makes me want to scream.
Okay.
What do you think about Clarence squandering his fortune on his obsession?
Soon we'll be poor and forced to sell the house. Where will we go? In which filthy, infected part of town will we end up? I'm so afraid.
Okay.
Did Clarence recently show you documents that prove the existence of vampires?
Yes, he did. And he also told me you spent a few nights gathering research for him. Seriously, Jonathan. Why feed his obsession like that?
He's my friend. I thought it might help him rest, instead of going outside at night. Tell me, what are your thoughts about vampires?
Gibberish and poppycock. Dracula was a good book, but these documents were just mumbo-jumbo. I burnt them all as soon as Clarence went outside again.
Goodbye for now.
Okay. Got everything there.
Always welcome here. But at this hour...
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
Let's see if I've unlocked anything from
I'm
him.
not a well man.
Nope, still not.
You need some rest, Clarence.
I
You
was
should try to
hopeful.
sleep.
Women of all countries unite!
Okay, so now what I would like to do is, yeah, we're gonna go up by his house,
Women's right to vote is only the first step!
but we're not gonna go into his house yet because I want to go and ask. Oh, I need to go ask his mom and even Aubrey.
You wish to stay tonight? Yes, Mr. Jonathan?
Avery, I finally deciphered my father's puzzle. Among other things, I found his watch. I'd really like you to have it.
I can't accept this gift, sir.
Yes, you can, Avery. You deserve it.
I thank you, sir. I'll keep it until the day I die.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Not much, sir. Mr. Dawson's house used to be a good house, with many servants. I heard he fired them all recently.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Alright, let's go talk to Mama.
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
Okay, she
Goodbye,
wouldn't know
Mother.
anything.
Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
At least I set her mind at ease. Technically, it's a game, so it's what she'll say every time I see her, but nonetheless. Okay, so let's go ask the other side of town if they happen to have that option. Wait. You know what? Yeah, I'll go this way. Something tells me I might have an easier time going this way.
Watch yourselves! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
There we go.
Back in the grave, you!
Oh, I hit too many times. Oops. Oh well.
Sometimes it's difficult to remember why we're here. Hello again, Dr.
Okay,
Reed.
so let's see.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Ah!
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when I talk to you?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
There he is.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector.
See, that's a bad thing.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Dr. Reed, I am glad. Dr. Reed,
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
I got a new hint on him that I didn't have before.
Good morning.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you.
Good evening, young
Here we
lady.
go.
My mother
I'm just
always
making
preferred
sure.
when people simply call me Carol.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes, a very strange man.
Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir.
Good evening, Jonathan Reed.
He should be the last
Can
one.
I help you in any way?
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Okay.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
I'm gonna see if there's anything new
Here
that pops up.
money. The glutton. A man who just eats life as a cake. A righteous ego, surprised to fall in love.
Hmm.
Can you read the cards for me?
That was a
Put the
new
money on
one.
the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
Love. Pure and unseen.
Okay, that one I've already
untold.
heard.
The two hearts love each other without knowing it. Without daring to admit it.
I'll do one
Can
more
you read
just
the
to
cards
see.
for me? Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
Love.
Okay.
Pure and unseen, untold. The two hearts love each other without knowing it. Without daring to admit it.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Fool and the Empress, again. What of the
Alright,
cards,
I have literally got any and all information I could possibly get. So, you saw who you have to go and talk to for that. Caroline. And, Usher. If you talk to those two, you'll get the extra hints for I have to find his mansion.
Sorry, sir. No admittance.
I'm not gonna sit there and lose. There's the mansion. I'm pretty sure. I'm just double checking. Ooh, I don't even think I've unlocked this. Oh yes, I have. But I'm pretty sure this is the mansion I need to go to. Okay, nothing over there. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, goal is to loot everything that I can loot before going up to him. There's not too terribly much left of this game, I don't think. If my memory serves me correct.
Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Whether you are or aren't, I am not. Don't get me wrong, a house like this is just gorgeous, but it's a little much. I just want something simple. I want a main floor and then a basement, but I want like a daytime basement. He's through that, if I remember correctly, so I'm not going to go through there yet. And then I'm wanting to go ahead and do, there we go.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Anyway, I want to go ahead and have 3 master suites. The reason I say that is I want my main master suite with a huge, you know, I do want a decent size master bathroom with a big walk-in shower, because I love having the feeling of not bumping into the walls or whatever. And then the reason I would want 2 other ones, just decent master bedrooms, is because when the kids come home to visit, I want them to be able to have places to be where they feel more at home, where they have their own private bathrooms as adults with their spouses, significant others, whatever the case may be. And so basically that's what I would like for them. And then having 2 extra bedrooms with a
it's locked.
A bedroom. 2 extra bedrooms and a bathroom in the basement with a built-in bar and entertainment center downstairs. Now, along with that, I definitely want to go ahead and do like you know, typical kitchen, living room upstairs, that type of deal. But I would like a big, nice pantry to keep everything in. And then I would like to go ahead and also have where I can keep
It's locked, all right.
a room that's soundproof for an office space and a gaming space just off the master bedroom, like the main master bedroom, I should say. So okay, you guys ready? Here goes nothing.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold. So cold.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
See,
let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
I just earned prepare to die.
It's locked.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Alright, chapter 5.
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again.
Yeah, that didn't go so well, did it? That's okay, though. I expected that.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising. It's been such a long time since I came to this part of town.
Okay, there we go. Well, there you have it. We are going to go right in here and just kind of chill for a second, because that was a lot. Alright guys, well, I think we're going to end it right there, and then we will head off to Pembroke, because I don't think that there is anything else besides that. I think I will need to go see Lady Ashbury on my way. But I can do that. That won't be a problem. So, that's the plan. Alright, guys. I hope you guys have had a good time. And I hope you've enjoyed this storyline thus far. And be sure to hit the subscribe button and join RZB World and come and visit us regularly. We love having you, and be sure to check out our lives and come and talk to us and hang out with us and chat with us. And yeah, other than that, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, weekday, weekend, whatever it may be for you guys. I am wishing you the very best. Mama Bear out.